This video is brought to you by Robinhood, the free and easy to use investment and trading brokerage. Robinhood allows you to trade and buy stocks, ETFs, bonds, and cryptocurrencies completely free. Also, if you download using the link in the description below, you'll get one free stock valued up to $200 just for signing up. No, you don't have to deposit a dime, and you could become instantly a part owner in companies like Microsoft, Walmart, McDonald's, or Disney just by getting lucky. So download Robinhood today and start taking advantage of this historic 2020 stock market crash. No, that's not my full portfolio. You guys aren't ready for that just yet. What's up, YouTube? Capital G here. So the 2020 or 2020, as I like to say, Lost Art promotional cards have been revealed. We know what all the promos are going to be, and it looks like Konami is going hard in the paint this year. Obviously, because of the coronavirus, a lot of locals in Europe and North America, South America, they just really haven't happened over like the last couple of months or so, and Konami definitely needs to find a way to help these locals out and to get these players back in these locals, and it looks like they really went all out this year. You guys can see our 7 promos on the screen, but I'll just go ahead and list them. We have Tragedy, this is Ghost Girl and Spooky Dogwood, Harpy Chandler, Dark Magician Girl, Harpy Queen, Alluring Mirror Split, and I believe that that's Fright for Leo. Now, what's interesting about this year in particular, well, obviously, they're going for one of the most iconic cards pretty much ever in Dark Magician Girl. So I feel like that's a good way to bring players in. You give us an alternate artwork of like Dark Magician Girl or Dark Magician, maybe Blue Eyes White Dragon, God card, something of that nature. One of these cards that were illustrated by Takahashi, and that's instantly going to draw in a lot of the casual players. But Konami did something I never really thought that they would do, and I'm talking about the fact that we are finally going to be getting some Harpy lady skin. I really never thought that they would do this, because when you look at the Harpy Lady archetype, I mean, every single one of the cards in the archetype is censored in the TCG. Hell, they're censored in the anime. I mean, this is not like one card in a vacuum. They did it for every card in the archetype. So I never thought these things would see the light of day in the TCG. And Konami, they gave us 3 cards. Now, as I said, I believe in a prior video, the video where I was talking about the Harpy Synchro, I actually sold my Harpy Chandlers recently, and this is good because this is a card from Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy, if I'm not mistaken. So this is like a 2000, I don't even remember when that came out. Was that 2013, 14, somewhere around that? Probably even like 2012. Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy is a long time ago, just know that. So Harpy Chandler has never really been reprinted. I think it was in the Megatons for that year, but outside of that, it's been, I don't know, upwards of maybe 5-6 years since this card has been reprinted. So that's definitely kind of nice. And maybe I'll be able to get some of my Harpy cards back. It would have been nice if, what's the other Harpy card? There's another one. Harpy Perfumer. Yeah, it would have been nice if instead of Alluring Mirror Split, they would have given us Harpy Perfumer, because that's like the other Harpy card that sometimes can be like $15 just for a single copy. And it's, you know, it's better than Alluring Mirror Split, but, you know, I'm not going to complain about that. Now, Tragedy has always been a funny card, because if you guys have seen like the TCG version of Tragedy, it's like Fiend Comedian. It's one of those cards where Konami they completely threw out the OCG artwork and just gave us something completely different. Very similar to Fiend Comedian or The Last Day of Witch. These are just cards where the TCG and OCG artwork don't even look the same. Now, the ironic thing is, you know, the way that the world is, where it's like super PC in 2020, I kind of argue that this one could maybe be seen as even worse than like the Guillotine, because the artwork of Tragedy in the TCG kind of looks like this woman's about to be assaulted. What type of assault? I'll leave that to your imagination, but it definitely looks like this guy, who kind of resembles Mr. X from Resident Evil, is about to assault this woman. And honestly, those implications are probably worse than somebody getting their head chopped off, just because, you know, it's 2020 and the way that everything is. But I do think that this is a pretty good batch. I would have, you know, maybe preferred to see Harpy Perfumer instead of Alluring Mirror Split, although Alluring Mirror Split as a card definitely has more censorship. But this is pretty good. Maybe they could have picked a different Fight for Monster, because Frightfur is like one of those other archetypes, even though it's combined with Fluffles, where most of the cards are definitely like censored. But I think that this is going to be successful because Harpy Chandler is a card that hasn't been reprinted in a very long time. And then Dark Magician Girl, that's just going to be a card that a lot of people want, collectors and, just fanatics of the Dark Magician deck. Anyways, whatever you guys think of this, you leave that in the comment section below. What are some other cards that you would like to see? And don't be surprised if Konami starts doing this because, every company right now is hurting for money. And I feel like Konami, whatever their plans were for Yu-Gi-Oh! For the remainder of the year, don't be surprised if they don't do some more crazy things to get more players back to the game and find out or, find ways to try to help these store owners that are definitely hurting right now. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.